Now, so we'll see about a backup. Okay, so what is backup? The first question is main important. What is the backup? What is backup? And backup types. These two are very important. Okay, and other few things. Storage backup, backup storage, maintenance, kind of stuff. So when it is comes to the backup, what is a backup? So I have a data. I have a data. I copy my data into my external hard disk, or I store my data into OneDrive or a Google Drive. We can we call that one as backup, right? So I have a data. So full data is there. Okay, so there you can see this is a complete full E drive having so much of data. Okay, and I have a F drive. So in F drive I have a personal data. Data is there in my F drive. So many files. See, look at here. So many files are there. So I copy this all these data files, store it into my external hard disk, so that we cannot call it as a backup only. That is a also backup only. Then for that small thing, why we should learn backup concept. It's a very simple, right? You have a data, you copy data, put it in somewhere. So why this many things we should learn backup kind of stuff. So we learn. So why we need a backup? What is backup? What is this backup related softwares? That is also important. So look at here. This is the another PPTs backup PPT. I will share this one also. I think I shared a storage PPT, guys. Go through once the storage PPT. Here it is. Storage PPT is also there. Okay, go through storage PPT also. So in a backup, I will share the backup PPT also today. So in information technology, backup or a data backup is a copy of a computer data taken and stored elsewhere so that it can be used to restore the original data original after a data loss event. What happened? Why we should take it backup? You take the data and store into somewhere else in a different device, different location. So if in case you lost the data, you can able to restore into original location. So that is the main point, first point in the backup. They use the word information technology kind of stuff. That is okay. So he use a verb referring to doing backup, whereas a noun object is backup, backup kind of stuff. Not required that statement. Second statement is not having English meanings only, that one. Backup can be used to recover data after it lost from deletion or corruption, to recover data from earlier times. Why we need to take a backup? If data is deleted, accidental deletion, or maybe corrupted, or some changes occur, you want to restore it to the previous stage. Okay, so that is very helpful of backup. Backup provides simple form of disaster recovery. Okay, simple form of disaster recovery. So disaster is occur. So something damage is occur. Your disk is completely failed. You have a backup. You can restore the data from back. However, not all backup systems are able to reconstitute a computer system or other complex configurations such as a computer cluster, Active Directory servers, or a database servers. Constitute. Okay, what are the meaning it is? Okay, so what is a backup? Disaster recovery. Okay, so this is about a what is backup. Very simply say what is backup. If any data loss occurs, corruption is occur, deletion is occur, okay, or maybe you change the data, you want to restore into the previous stage. So data backup is very useful. It is also, we can say, disaster recovery. It is helpful at disaster recovery. Okay, there is a certain points are written here. Just you can go through once. Okay, a backup system contains at least one copy of all data considered worth saving. What are the important data? Like I have a movies, files, like photos, something I downloaded certain pictures. Okay, like from Facebook, some sceneries and all, some pictures I download. Maybe I download a movies or songs. It is not very important data. So very important data is practicals related notes, maybe my personal files, bank related documents. These are very important documents, right? So worth saving. At least one copy of total data which should be there. The data storage requirement can be large. The information repository model may be used to provide a structure to this storage. So it is a repository model. It means normally, guys, just try to understand. Okay, so normally try to understand it is. I have a files. For example, I have a file 1, file 2 from E drive. Okay, so in E drive only I have a data 2 directory. Inside I have a df1 file. Okay, some ABC file, something data is there. This is your data. Okay, from D drive I have a some music file is there, m1 file, mp3. Okay, m2.mp3. Okay, some xyz file. This is the data. Now I have a pen drive or external hard disk. What I have done, I copy all the data. In this one, F1 is there, F2 is there, okay, DF1 is there, ABC is there, XYZ is there, M1 is there, M2 is there. So all data is here, but we don't know which data we have taken from which location, under which directory, from which drive, which location, their last modified date and time. That is, the records are not there. That kind of metadata is not there. Guys, understand? You put all the data into a external drive, but we don't have original location details. So that is not completely say backup. It is requirement can be large information repository, their metadata, other things also very important. There are different type of data storage device used to copy backup of data is already secondary storage and archive files. Of device provide geographical dispersion, data security and portability. Different type of storage devices we use it. You have taken a backup. For a temporary backup or a immediate recovery kind of stuff, you can choose hard disk. Some people choose CD-ROM or DVD. Like every day, my maximum data is around 30-40 GB or maybe around 400, 500, 600 maximum daily data, daily new backup data is 600. Then I can choose CD-ROM. It can easily daily what are the today's data is put it in a CD-ROM. Okay. Okay. What are the data backup? When I'm taking backup, it is 600 because CD-ROM is 700 MB. Still, we can able to fit it. For example, your data is around 1 GB, 2 GB, 4 GB like that. You can choose DVD. Okay. Or your data is much random. Means one day it is a 50 MB, another day it is a 500 MB, another day it is a 100 MB. So then you can choose store normal hard disk. You can choose network locations. Small amount of data you can store in a Google storage. Okay, cloud storage. Okay, so you can store the data into DATs for cheaper solutions. That you can store the data into DATs. DAT, digital audio tapes. It's a magnetic tapes. Another name of this one is DDS, digital data storage. It's a magnetic tapes. Generally we use it for store and keep it aside. Geo replication. See, it said geographic dispersion. What is geographic? Guys, remember. Not always we cannot store the data. Very in enterprises, big organizations, banking sectors. If you store your data in your location, I have a disk. First of all, first rule is I have a laptop, okay, or I have a computer. I taken a backup of my computer and store inside that same disk. What will happen? Think. I have a disk. I have taken a backup of data and store in same disk. So what is that meaning? It is useless. Why we are taking a backup? There is a lot of possibilities. Data may be corrupted, data can be deleted, disk failure. There is a possibility of disk failure. If disk is failure, your both original data and backup data both will be damaged. So what we will do? We'll store in a external devices, not a internal device. We don't store data into same location, so we don't store in a same one because of there is a possibility of disk failure. So we store in a separate device, external device. Okay. Now the question is, I have a data in my office. I have taken a data. This is our original data. I store in another device, backup data. Okay. So this is my office. I have a data in the one system or a multiple system. I store the backup into the devices in my location, in my physical location. For example, you see Ukraine war is going on, right? Ukraine war, Russia, this war is going on. There's a lot of possibility like their data centers can be damaged. You know, IBM is organization, very big organization. So there are in a base companies, US only, right? So they have a lot of data centers. They have a lot of data, mainly mainframe data. So what they have done, they came to Hyderabad. They implemented a data center. So as we heard a story, it is happened in 1990s only, not in a very recent. Okay, it is very olden days only. Okay, so that time only we are almost we started more with computer kind of stuff. Okay, not very recently. So keep it in that mind. Okay, so like that. So India is a basically outsourcing based business. Okay, so one of the thing is we'll keep safe, keep their data, geographical location. Sometimes Tufan, Visakhapatnam few years back, almost like 6-7 years back, we got a Hudud Tufan. Today also Tufan only there. Okay, something Asia, something his name is there. Okay, so that's why full raining, power cut, internet disturbance is there. Okay, so what is this? Geographical dispersion means we store a backup in our organization and also in different geographical locations. I may put a certain data center. I store my backup into some China, Singapore, Malaysia, maybe Australia, US, or Canada, Russia. So big countries or small countries, whatsoever it is. So the physically damage should be less, not powerful countries. Powerful or all the things. Important is the physically attacks, physically should not be there. Like a war should not be there on the countries. Like I put it in Israel, so or a Palestine or Iraq, Iran. So there's a war. Suddenly we don't know when it is war will go, where war will come. We don't know whose mind is what will happen, who put a bomb in that one. So we don't know, right? So we should avoid it. We should avoid the delegated countries, right? So what we have to do? So we have to keep it in any peaceful country, business-oriented countries, less tsunami kind of stuff. Tsunamis like Japan, we take lot of tsunamis are there. Tsunami attacks are more. Earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanoes, eruptions. So we have to check the physical damage. Second, security, war kind of stuff, government related things. So companies will verify these kind of data, and if they feel safe, so they will implement data center. That's why India is having a lot of big data center for worldwide different countries. So one of the thing is IBM, Red Hat, Oracle, okay, safe countries. So either in a both the ways. Okay, so that is a geographical dispersion. So sometimes a country put their backup into different countries. So multiple copies also they will maintain, because one time it is damaged, no problem. Other country has a hold the data, we can able to access. Okay, sometimes it's through, it will put the data through network and it is disconnect from the network also, possibilities there. Okay, so data security and portabilities. Data is selected, extracted and manipulated for storage. Process including method dealing with the live data, including open files as well as a compression, encryption and deduplication. Additional techniques apply to enterprise client server backup. Okay, so backup schemes may include dry runs that validates the reliability of data being backup. There are limitation human factors involved in any backup scheme. So the point I am trying to say is, so what is a backup? What is the use of the backup? Next, take the backup which one is worth saving. Okay, so create a repository of required data. So choose your data storage devices where you want to store it. Disperse your backup into different geographical locations like that. I'm not copying all the packages, so we'll see that one later. There's some other points we are putting here. Guys, this PPT is also prepared by me, so do not worry. So it is contains so many things. Okay, and some of the data I copied from the Microsoft PPTs, but most of the data I collected based on your syllabus. Okay, that is. So first point is, what is backup? The second point is backup architecture. Second point is backup architecture. Okay, backup architecture or a backup system architecture model is a virtually every backup system facilitate both data backup and restoration of lost or a corruption of data. Backup solution may following the backup system architecture. What is this? I don't like this. This is the easiest one, so we'll see. Backup architecture contains both the points. Simple points you have to choose because simple points we can easily remember. Backup architecture, that's only is point important. Remaining is you can see. So when you are taking backup comprised of at least 3 main backup system architecture components or simply a backup system components. So to take a backup, 3 things are important. One is client software, manager software, storage, where to store the backup. Okay, very simple. Need a software to take a backup. Some software, some like a easy US is one of the backup. Like a backup softwares are there. Semantic net backup, IBM Tivoli. Okay, IBM Tivoli. Like there's a backup softwares are there. HP backup. Okay, SanDisk also providing some backup tools. Right. We need a backup software, and you should know how to manage the backup, the software managing. Okay. Next one is store the backup. Okay. So in an architecture, there is a three type of architectures are there: standalone backup, 2-tier backup architecture, 3-tier backup architecture. What is a standalone backup? Yeah, it is given a lot of details. You can read it once. At least you should read it. Okay, backup manager, storage, components. Okay, this is the standalone backup architecture. Look at here, standalone backup. First of all, I will try to explain. This is my system, either laptop or desktop, whatever it is. This is my computer system. Guys, this is my external hard disk. Think like it is a external hard disk. I connect my external hard disk. Either I use a built-in tools or a software, right? I will select what are the data I want to take a backup, and I schedule the backup. Then this data will be go to this external hard disk, right? Using a software or a built-in tools. Built-in software is also there in the operating system. Using that, a copy a data means I take a backup to the devices. So this is my computer PC. This is my external hard disk. Okay, storage. I keep it as storage. Okay, so what are the requirements? Storage is required. You must know what are the things you want to take a backup. So that is required as interface. That is required an interface. And of course, we need a software or a built-in softwares, built-in tools and anything. This is called a standalone. This is a standalone. Guys, understand standalone?
Yes.
Okay. This is standalone. Okay. So next one is, before going to next one, I will want to ask a question. That's why I ask a standalone. Okay. Think like this. I have an organization. I have a lot of computers in the organization. Okay. Computers or servers, database servers. So like this, I have a lot of in my organization. I have a lot of computers or servers or devices are there. Now I have to take the backup of each device. So I have to take my external hard disk. Array, each one should have a carry one external hard disk or some device. Connect it. Go to each and every PC daily. Take the backup. Is it easy? Like you have 100 computers.
No, sir.
Okay. So what is the solution?
Sir, cloud data store.
Centralized backup management. Okay. Centralized backup. So this is my centralized server. Okay. Think like it is a server. We installed with a server application. We installed actually a server application. There is a server backup server application. Okay, it is contains backup server application. It's a kind of application. Now this is a main server and it is a manager also. Manager means it is a application we can able to manage it here. At a client, in a client computers, we install a agents. Some are telling agentless, but whatever it is, we going to install a agent. Agent is nothing but a software. Agent is nothing but a software inside client computer. Okay, agent is nothing but a piece of software. We are going to install in all the client computers. Now what will happen? Now what will happen? I schedule the backup. So from my manager, I will tell from. So one more point is there that is important. That is storage. This is my storage, like a network storage, NAS storage. Think like it is a centralized storage. It is storage, NAS storage, or some directly SCSI storage or anything. Okay. So what I have done here, I trigger something. So I send a message to my agent. Okay, agent. So butler data should be taken a backup. So the agent is get scheduled. Okay, agent will get the information from the server. Agent will get a information from the server. So server will tell to the agent you have to take the backup in a particular time or a information to the server. So I have taken a data here. This is the data. Agent take the backup of the data and store the data into centralized storage. Like this, the backup will be taken and stored into centralized storage. Everything is monitored and controlled from the server. Everything is monitored and controlled from the server. Okay, so you don't need to go to each and every PC for taking a backup. Just simply sitting in your server side application, open the manager, select all the computers and select what are the things should be backup and click OK. Then agents will take the backup and store into your centralized storage. Okay, so here, what is the agent? It is nothing but a piece of software which work for our centralized server only. So this is called a 2-tier or 3-tier architecture. Both are almost same. Only thing is there is a splitter. There's a separator is there. It's a more like a 3-tier architecture. Server manager or a backup server manager, client installed with the thing. We can specify what to take the backup, like a total control or setting of the backups, and store the backup into backup location. So this is 2-tier or a 3-tier architecture. Okay, so I will show you that one again in here. So you can see 2-tier with using external backup server. So we have a backup server. Sorry, this is the backup server, backup client, backup device means storage device. 2-tier. 3-tier is an enterprise backup architecture with a dedicated storage nodes. You can see backup client means the computers, storage devices, backup server, backup nodes. Okay, so only the this only difference between this and this. Okay, the backup storage nodes. It is nothing but a simple devices are there like a IBM, Dell, these companies like EMC devices are there. So what they will do, so they'll try to interact and take the backup and store into things only. So whatsoever it is, very simple it is. Backup catalog, backup manager, backup storage nodes. The backup server, backup storage nodes are separated. Storage nodes are which responsible to take the backup and store into backup storage. So what is the other point here is, for example, there is a big thing is happened. PC3 disk is damaged. PC3 disk is damaged. Now the desktop support engineer or a server engineer came up, right? See, yeah, PC3 hard disk is completely damaged. So we want a data. This particular data is required. Then what we will do? Okay, PC3 disk is damaged. So what we can able to do it? So I will tell in a server. So I will go to the server. So where the location of the PC3 data is stored. Then I said retrieve this data to the original location. So then we will get a data. So you don't need to go to particular PC, no need to connect the disk, no need to do anything. So data is stored in centrally. You can manage backup as well as a restoration of data to the system. So this is simply 2-tier or a 3-tier architecture. This look like a 2-tier architecture. So that's the thing. Okay. So again, what are the points I covered? That is, what is backup? What is the advantages of backup? So use of backup, and what are the requirements in the backup architecture? Is client software, backup manager, backup storage, and there is architecture standalone, 2-tier architecture, 3-tier architecture is also there. Standalone is directly we attach a backup storage like an external hard disk. We take a backup, we store. Yeah, tell me. Okay. Okay. Next one is enterprise backup is or a 2-tier backup. It's a very simple. There is a backup server, backup devices, and a client computers. We can take the backup of your client computers remotely and store the backup into backup devices. Okay, so that's it. Only there is a small difference, 2-tier, 3-tier kind of stuff, but try to understand concept. Okay. So this is different backup softwares are there for a standalone backup and a enterprise backup purpose also. Okay. This is another like you can go through PPT to know the lot of things, guys. But I'm just copying this. Enterprise backup softwares or servers, whatever it is. These are the things. Why I'm copying? It's okay, no problem. So out of all, most important one currently it is net backup. Okay, net backup. IBM Tivoli, of course. EMC, it's a Dell related EMC networker. Commvault. Data. Okay, so VM backup is simply VMs backup, virtual machine backup. Like you have a VMware, vSphere, Hyper-V kind of stuff is there, no? So you have a virtual machines are there in that backup. Remaining details are there, whether they are backup manager, client, media, backup catalogs, kind of stuff. Okay, so these are the enterprise backup software. Some of the names are there. Okay, if you are for a standalone backup, so for example, you want to take a standalone backup. Standalone backup, so very simple system. It is a single system. Take backup. Store in device. Store in device means external hard disk, like a store in a device. Right. So there is a certain softwares also available. Easy US. Okay. So Microsoft Windows built-in. Okay, built-in backup and restore feature. Okay, that is also there. Okay, you can go to control panel. You can see backup and restore. Okay, easy US is there. I am unable to recollect. So 1 second. Damage. So this is a F backup, easy US backup and restore. It's a proprietary of Microsoft, proprietary software. Mozilla, duplicate. This is also Microsoft one. F backup. So we'll see. We'll try put a F backup. Attorney something is few or name or the VNAM backup. Terra copy unlock. Recover. Recover is another recovery related one. Recovery related, recover. Okay. Mini tool partition. So why it is not showing much interesting one? It is showing other things only. Free data recovery. Okay. So you can try like this. You can also use 31 free backup tools. Guru 99. This is another very good website, guys. Guru 99. It's also give a lot of information. See this. Black Blaze, Carbonate, Nakivo, P-Cloud, Polar Backup, Live Drive. Okay. Here also it is showing EGUS. This is another name. Okay. I usually don't like to remember so many things. Bobine Yan Reflector. I never use that one. File font, file fort, backup maker, drive image XML, Komodo backup. A few names to know it. That's it. Not everything. Okay. Radar rescue, Yadish backup, everyday auto backup, mini tool shadow maker. Okay, some other backup, mutual backup. This is not for backup. It is, you can convert your hard disks into VHD. GIF backup, Oster backup, ACE backup, F backup, HD clone backup, Odin backup, Clonezilla, Karin replicator, personal backup, Paragon backup and recovery. Okay, like so many things are there. So this is a Guru 99. You'll find lot of questions and answers also based on a topic wise or other things also. You can learn it. Things like this also you will find it, and also questions and answers also you will find in here. Okay, so guys, these are the softwares, some softwares, okay, used in an enterprise backup servers and a standalone also. So what are the things we discuss? What is backup? Backup is copy a computer data and store somewhere else. We can restore the data if in case data loss, data corruption, or you want to go back your data into the old data, you want to recover it. That is the advantage of, that is what backup it is. Okay, so just you can connect an external hard disk and take a backup and store into the external hard disk. That is also called as a backup. That is a simple standalone backup. So another thing is 2-tier or 3-tier enterprise backups. So we take a backup of our client computers through the server and store the backup into centralized storage. So these are the points we discussed. Actually, I want to tell backup types. Now, we don't know. So this is the backup devices. This is backup types. So what I will tell a backup types tomorrow because I want to tell a small practical on it and another simple practical also will tell it. So what I am trying to do is backup devices. Okay, backup devices. I will continue, guys, or you need a break. We'll continue. Backup devices. Devices means where we store backup data. So where we store the backup data, that is kind of stuff. We can store in normal hard disk, CD-ROM, DVDs, Blu-ray kind of stuff, pen drives, external hard disk. It's a kind of zip drives also available. You can store it. Okay, and DAT, DDS, DAT, DDS. Okay. It is a magnetic tapes. It is specifically how to tell about a DAT and DDS. Second, we can store in the network locations, and another one is cloud locations. Okay, Google Drive, OneDrive, Mega Drive. So like this, we can store the data into different devices and different locations also. Okay, these are the basic things. But out of that one, DAT is there. That is, we have to discuss about a DAT and a cloud. What is that? What are the different types of DATs? What are the clouds? Okay. We will discuss it. Okay. So like this, backup devices are locations. This is so many other points also there. Cloud backup, data deduplications, snapshots, difference between snapshot and backup. They're all there. Don't worry. Last point is backup types. Just for a names purpose only. Tomorrow I will anyway I will explain these backup types. Because guys, backup types you must know it or you must remember it. It's the most common question. Backup types. What are the backup types? Normal backup or full backup, copy backup, incremental backup, differential backup, and a daily backup. So these are the definitions of that one. So we'll see that one also. See this? Normal backup or a full backup is full backup only. So backup the data and it marks the backup as a selected files. Copy backup, incremental backup. Once you have taken a normal backup, after that one we'll take a incremental backup. Means already backup data, we don't take it. We only take the backup which is newly created or modified since the last backup. Same goes for differential backup. Daily backup is nothing but we take a backup of data only which is created or modified today. Modified today. So that is daily backup. Scheduling the backup. This is the things. Okay. So again, we'll go to what is backup. What are the things in the backup, like a backup softwares, backup storages, standalone and enterprise, like a 3-tier architecture, different softwares and tools we use it. Devices, generally the devices where we store the data. Next type of the backups. Okay, this is about a backup, guys. Tomorrow I will explain about a type of backups. If possible, I will show you practically. Okay, then I will tell about small thing about your DAT, and also I will tell about a few cloud related things. Okay, cloud, right? What is the advantage of store data into the cloud? Okay, that is we will discuss, and the common points in the storage and here certain services. What is the data deduplication? Okay, and other things we'll discuss tomorrow. That's it for today, guys. Study.
Yes, sir.
I hope you got the point. Okay.